Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 4. Today we are going to give you a presentation about Rohingya conflict in Myanmar. Our group members consist of Agnidan Herlambang, Anisha Rizky, Hidayatul Afifah, Muhammad Farhan, dan Wideria Asyafa. Today's objective consists of introduction of the research, literature review, analysis, and the last one is conclusion. The first one is introduction of the research. The timeline is Rohingya conflict in Myanmar, claims by government and political leaders that the Rohingya are illegal immigrants are untenable because they are part of Myanmar long history. What happened? In this population group is systematically marginalized, persecuted, denied their basic rights, and persecuted because of exclusive policies. Despite political pressure from the international community and local militant groups calling on the government to end the violence, there has been no sign of an end to the violence. We have two key questions, which is the first one is bagaimana awal terjadi konflik Rohingya, and the second one is peran ASEAN terhadap konflik Rohingya. We have to come our conclusion in the introduction of the research is the situation of Rohingya has attracted worldwide attention since 1991. Under pressure from the Myanmar government, these people are identified as disadvantaged individuals. Unfortunately, since 2012, the problem has only gotten worse. About 120,000 Rohingya have crossed the Andaman Sea. This disaster actually happened around ASEAN.
The literature review from the book 1 is, first, Rohingya issues begin in Burma from British colonial period onwards. Second, statelessness of this population group could be a reason for the regional security threat. Third, President Thein Sein blamed the Bengali rather than condemn the main perpetrators of the violence. The bets on the second book is, first, in several times so far, ASEAN has only conducted dialogue and regional meetings and handled Rohingya refuge without taking concrete steps to stop the main cause of the conflict, namely legalizing the Rohingya ethnic status as legal citizens in Myanmar as a form of commitment from ASEAN member countries. Second, the second ASEAN way approach is mainly concerned with persuading the Myanmar administration that ASEAN will continue to support the strategic initiative required to minimize the frequency of violent incidents in Myanmar. The third is Myanmar president state that it is difficult from Myanmar to provide citizenship to the Rohingya who are regarded as illegal immigrant and border crosses from Bangladesh. The bets on the third book is, first, the United Nations and the European Union has condemned the violence in the conflict. However, they have not blamed the Myanmar government for the conflict. Second, Amnesty International and the World Human Rights Organization considered that the Myanmar government has systematically discriminated against its Rohingya conflicts, which has caused the Rohingya ethnic suffering never to end. The Asian way approach focus more on convincing the Myanmar government that ASEAN will continue to support the strategic steps needed to reduce the number of violence in Myanmar.
Okay, the analysis, key observation. ASEAN reviews the Rohingya refugees. First, ASEAN has only conducted dialogue and regional meetings and handled Rohingya refugees without taking concerted steps to stop the main cause of the conflict. In the several times, ASEAN so far, ASEAN has only conducted dialogue and regional meetings and handled Rohingya refugees without taking concerted steps to stop the main cause of the conflict, namely legalizing of the Rohingya ethnic status as legal citizen in Myanmar as a form of commitment from ASEAN member countries. The formation of ASEAN as a regional organization requires that state leaders recognize the value of collaboration in achieving peace, progress, and prosperity. Furthermore, it has some characteristics including mutual interest, issue encounter the necessary of collaboration and solidarity among Southeast Asian nations. In the event of the Myanmar conflict, ASEAN foreign ministers back of government of Myanmar first attempt to restore favorable environment in Rakhine, Myanmar. The ASEAN foreign minister underlined their trust and strong aspiration for the government of Myanmar that the democratic process and political transition that occurred in Myanmar. Second, ASEAN role to Rohingya refugees. ASEAN has a very crucial role in maintaining regional stability through political, economy, social, cultural, security, and various other aspects. And ASEAN as a regional organization has shared value and principles which are used guideline in each of its policies and activities. Why this is important? The norm and principle that are the foundation for a stability for relation between ASEAN members are against in the use of violence and priority peaceful solution, regional autonomy, not interfering in the internal affair of the other member country. The principle of non-intervention and opposing military pacts and supporting bilateral defense cooperation. The main principle in Asian cooperation is equality in membership without reducing the sovereignty of each member country. ASEAN member country fully retain internal and external sovereignty. Meanwhile, consultation, common interest, and mutual assistance, solidarity in the spirit of ASEAN are the characteristic of this collaboration.
Okay, the next one is ASEAN's principle to Rohingya refugees. One, the principle of non-interference that ASEAN upholds emphasize diplomatic and familial approaches. Two, one of ASEAN's efforts is to hold the ASEAN Interparliamentary Myanmar Caucus or EIPAC, a special commission formed to deal with the issues of Myanmar. The principle of non-interference that ASEAN upholds emphasize diplomatic and familial approaches. At the 42 ASEAN meeting in Thailand, the Thai PM emphasized that the gentle approaches is more productive than imposing sanctions on Myanmar. The Asian Way approach focus more on convincing the Myanmar government that ASEAN will continue to support the strategic step needed to reduce the number of violence in Myanmar. ASEAN itself places itself more an area or forum to discuss the problem that occur that and not as the leading actor with the right to take action against its member countries. And the next one is ASEAN action to Rohingya refugees. One, the principle of non-interference applied by ASEAN. ASEAN itself places itself more as an arena or forum to discuss the problem that occur and not as the leading actor with the right to take action against in member countries. The principle of non-interference applied by ASEAN so far has made Southeast Asia one of the regions that have the best level stability and peace compared to other developing countries. Apart from being the primary driver of political growth in the region, ASEAN also create active participation and a sense of belonging for each other. Jadi kesimpulannya, Myanmar must take concrete step and move forward toward peace negotiation with armed ethnic group as a prerequisite for democratic progress.
That's conclusion. In the case of the conflict in Myanmar, the ASEAN Foreign Minister support the various efforts made by the government of Myanmar to restore a conducive situation in Rakhine, Myanmar. The ASEAN Foreign Minister expressed their confidence and high hope for the government of Myanmar that the democratic process and political transformation that took place in Myanmar, including creating a harmonious life among the various communities in Myanmar, will not go back and forth. ASEAN as a regional organization in Southeast Asia has played an essential role in realizing the democratization process for its member countries. This can be seen at least in handling cases in Myanmar. The military regime development in Myanmar in 1988 has sparked protests, has claimed thousands of innocent lives. The international community strongly condemns the Myanmar government by imposing a series of sanctions to pressure the Myanmar government. Case 2, in this case, it can worsen the image of the Rohingya ethnicity or its majority, not necessarily that ethnicity itself has a bad impact on the country, especially the Rohingya himself, whose majority of the population is Muslim. If the Rohingya are indeed considered disturbing the order and are considered bad as an ethnic group, even though they have not done anything wrong and adhere to religious teaching that are considered correct. The government should not act arbitrarily against the Rohingya ethnicity, while other civilians are even released from suffering is a very sad thing. This is the modern era, not the era of the World War anymore, where people are still suffering from poverty, suffering and even mental illness due to mental disorder. Thank you.
So that is all from us. Thank you very much. Goodbye.